Hi guys, we're live. This is May from YesFinanciallyFree.com. This is May from YesFinanciallyFree.com. Thanks for joining me today. I have me live on YouTube Live, and I also have us live on Facebook Live. And I want to thank you for being a fan of the fan page Finance Freedom Mastermind. And it's a lot darker on the Facebook Live than on YouTube Live. So you can always catch the replay at yesfinanciallyfree.com. For those of you on YouTube Live, definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel and check out the blog post in the description. So all I'm doing is I'm putting on a lot of live broadcasts. I tend to broadcast live all at the same time. So we are going to start today's episode, and I do this every week in the morning at 6:30 a.m. Hawaii time, is to discuss how to become financially free, money so that you create wealth, how to create a wealthy mindset, anything that it takes to make you financially free, wealthy, have more money. That's what I'm all about, and the blog is called YesFinanciallyFree.com. So right now I'm just going on Periscope, tell everyone that we're live, and then I'm going to turn on Instagram Live. Thank you for being a live viewer. I do live in Honolulu, Hawaii, and as you can see, it's already light outside. It's getting lighter and lighter because it's later and later in the morning. So let me just start the broadcast on Periscope, and you can always follow me on Periscope as well. My tag is May Dulau. Okay, so let's just write it in. So today's topic is 6 steps to becoming a millionaire. From Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. And I'm gonna get started very soon. And I actually use these steps. So they work, I use them, they're awesome. So you're gonna like it. And we'll get started very soon. Almost finished here. Almost done. And then I'm just gonna shut. Instagram's really easy, just turn it on. Thank goodness. Done. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. Yep. Okay, now we're live on Periscope. Hi guys, let me switch it around here. Okay, and today's topic this morning, thanks for joining me live. And as you know, hi Abdul, welcome. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for jumping on live on Facebook. Oh, shoot, did I just miss my Facebook? Oh, great. Hi, Virgo Castello, welcome to the scope. I'm gonna have to do that again. That's okay. We're learning, right? It's a learning process. Okay. I'm going to turn Facebook Live on again. I was trying to like someone's thing and I turned it off somehow. Let's get Instagram on so we can get started. And then I'll get Facebook on again. Which one is now? Anywho. Okay, so now we're live on the Instagram and YouTube and Facebook we lost, but we'll figure it out. Okay. So, welcome everybody. And hold on, let me just get everything ready here. So let's see if I can get Facebook on again. Holy smokes, man. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, the show. I'm not gonna like anything while I'm talking, so I don't get rid of people. Thanks for joining on, guys. Sorry, it's having a little technical difficulty. I just hung up on Facebook. Let me put them back on again. So eventually I'll have an assistant doing this, but right now it's all me. So that'll be much smoother transitioning. All good. Okay. All right, going live on Facebook again. Okay, so let's see if I can figure out how to make everything look nicer real quick, and then we'll get started with my Hi guys on Instagram. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Try to get this so it looks okay. Doesn't fall down. I think I'm gonna have to use a different stand. Hi Stephen Elkins. Art, welcome. Hi everybody. A little better. And Facebook Live. Hi, live again on Facebook. Sorry about that. Hung up by accident. Okay, we should be good to go. All right, we're good to go. All right, so let's get started. My name is May Toplau. It's so nice to see you all. And what we're going to do today is we're going to be talking about financial freedom, specifically the financial freedom budget. So what is a financial freedom budget? Financial freedom budget is a budget that allows you to become financially free, a millionaire, have lots of money. Good morning. Good morning, Angel. Welcome to Scope. Hi, Napoleon. Someone has no debt. That's awesome. Yes, I have no debt too. So let's talk about who I am, and then we'll talk about the 6 steps to becoming a millionaire, the financial freedom budget, and all that. My name is May Toplau. Okay? I live in Honolulu, Hawaii. Hi, Zachary. Welcome to Scope. About in 2008 or 2009, I started my first internet business where I was teaching English as a second language online. You can check out that blog. It's eslteacherguide.blogspot.com. So it's a blogspot blog. But I was teaching English as a second language. I wanted to have a business that would make money while I slept. That was my main goal. And I was also wanting to have more money. I was struggling all the time. I started, you're smart, I'm not. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You have no debt. That's pretty smart. Hi, Pia, over here. Hi, Radio, Star, Diner. Whoop, I love me. Welcome to the Instagram Live. So basically what happened was I ended up spending a lot of money on education, of course, and spending a lot of money just to fix things in my life that weren't going well, spend a lot of money on all kinds of different things. And I got into a lot of debt, right? So by 2010, I was already in about, I don't know, $50,000 worth of consumer debt, all credit card debt, personal debt, whatever. Hi, Abgus, welcome to. So then I stopped paying. I had a moment in time where I couldn't pay my bills anymore. There was one bill I couldn't pay. I couldn't make monthly pay. I had to have my attorney tell them that I couldn't pay them. They didn't have the money. So I maxed out on all my debt, maxed out on my credit. Everything was maxed out. I just had bankrupt. So finally, I was like, okay, I have to make a change. I can't pay everything anymore. I changed it. Hi guys, I was bouncing checks for rent. You know, it was very disconcerting. No, I am not a millionaire. This is from Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by Tina Becker. So then what happened was I married my husband in 2012. And when I married him, he had a negative net worth of over almost $300,000. Okay, so I was like negative 33,000. He was like negative 300,000. When we got married, we had like a combined debt of like $350,000. Okay. Long story short, I use this budget, and I'm going to teach you today these 6 steps to becoming a millionaire. I'm going to teach you these steps because doing these steps, my husband and I have increased our net worth by over $500,000 in the last 5 years. Okay, so that's like $500,000 in 5 years. And we have positive net worth now, in the 6 figures, and we make passive income every month, about $514 a month and growing. We made between 1,000 and 500, depending on the dividends and everything. Whole stick on. This is the whole story. What do you do for a living? I'm an internet marketer, so I do this for a living. And I'm also a mother. I have a son who's 3. So I got pregnant, really wanted to make this all work, you know, because I didn't want my son to grow up in a family that was debt ridden and, you know, all this stuff. So long story short, like I said, we increased our net worth by about $500,000. $500,000, $500,000, about 5 years, and it calculated monthly. My husband became completely debt free, in October of 2015. I became completely debt free by, what was it? I became completely debt free by April of 2016. So we've reduced our debt of over 350K in roughly 5 years. And then I quit my job in December 23rd, 2016, and I do this now full time, which is really part time. I do this about 5 hours a week. I'm an internet marketer and I am a trainer. I help people become financially free as fast as possible, create passive income in their life so that you don't have to work a job anymore for a living, or they can reduce their job hours to part time so that they can spend more time with their family, be there for their loved ones, do what they really want to do with their life. Like when I used to work a job, I worked in a bank. I learned a lot at the bank, okay? I'm not going to say I didn't appreciate my bank job. It taught me a lot, taught me how to calculate net worth and all these different things. So you made more than you spent and you didn't pay interest. Boom, done. Basically, exactly. You're funny. So, that being said, I love the bank job that I used to have, but I didn't like photocopying, scanning. I did a lot of menial tasks. I did a lot of paperwork. It wasn't stuff that I wanted to do in my day-to-day tasks. I wanted to be more with my son. He's 3 years old now. He's going to be 4 in about a week, a little over a week. No, it's 1 week exactly, actually. So I decided to quit my job, spend more time with my son, and it was more cost effective for me to stay home, work this business, and learn more about investing, create more investments, make more passive income. So that's what I do now. I'm an investor and an internet marketer and a mom. I work for a bank and hated it to an I didn't hate it. I mean, at points I did hate it, but I really appreciated the knowledge I learned at the bank. So I learned a lot about money there. It really helped me a lot in my life. Hi, Brenna Griffey. Hi, Naomi, Shelly. Hi, Matthew. Hi, Maria. Let me keep on. Yeah, sure. Thanks for the hearts. I appreciate it. So now we're going to get started. That's just my brief introduction of who I am, so you kind of know. I'm not someone who's just talking to talk. I actually do what I say. And the things that I share, I actually follow them, and they actually are effective for me. So I'm projecting we'll probably be a millionaire next year. I mean, we've already increased our wealth by almost $1 million in 5 years. And considering we don't make $1 million in income, that's pretty good. And it's all about what you do with your money. So the point of today's webinar is to talk about how to handle your money, what to do with your money, how to make wealth happen for you. Let's talk about it. So there's the budget I learned. I remember I was listening to these book summaries online. I was searching for ways to find more money in my life online, right? And I just watched this movie called The Secret, right? And I was like, oh, I love this movie, The Secret. Hi, go grab something. And it said that I'm responsible for my life. I can change any circumstance in my life. It's not dependent on other things. It's dependent on me alone. I'm very excited about that because I was like, I'm determined to have money in my life, right? So if I can do it, and I just have to decide that I'm going to do it. So I'm online looking for ways to, use The Secret or find ways to make more money. And I came across a service that had these book summaries. It was so cool. It summarized all these different books. One of them they summarized was Secrets to the Millionaire Mind. And in that summary, they said that he had a budget. He had a budget in his book that you could use to become a millionaire and to become financially free. So I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get my hands on this budget. I need to know how to do this, right? So I went and bought the book, and I also listened to a summary of the seminar that Tina Recker does online, and then I also signed up for the Millionaire Mind Intensive Seminar, which was a 3-day seminar in LA to learn this millionaire mind budget, to change my money blueprint, to become wealthy. And so I went and I listened, I learned, and I followed what he said. So I know people who went to that seminar today who don't follow what he said, and they're still in the same financial situation. Whereas I follow it like to the letter, and now definitely I'm much better off financially. Like, negative net worth and positive net worth, no debt is such a big difference. And now we're buying our first place, our first property. Well, my first property. My husband had one before, but it was underwater. But this is my first property. We're buying it. We're closing in about a week too. We're going to close So then we're going to be moving, and you're going to see a different background from the seminars. So instead of renting, we'll be owning. There's a lot of changes in our lives because of this Millionaire Mind budget. So I'm going to get started and talk to you about what it is so that you can start it too. And I highly recommend you go to a seminar to get more information about it. And you can always go. It's called the Millionaire Mind Experience now because TR Records sold his company. But you can always take this seminar and learn the budget yourself in a 3-day seminar where they just kind of pound it into your brain. It's free seminar, so I highly recommend it. They sell products in it. Hi, Dad, and welcome to the show. So here goes. The first step in the Millionaire Mind budget, budget 6 steps, is you have to divide your money into different accounts. They call them jars or accounts. So basically, you have your money come in from your paycheck or from your commissions or however you earn your money comes in to you, right? Hi, baby, fat cat. It goes into one account. Okay, so say you get your money and you deposit it. Maybe you have a direct deposit, or you cash your check. You put your money somewhere. Maybe you're just holding it in your wallet as cash, maybe, or maybe you're putting it in a bank account with direct deposit. Okay, so your money goes in there, right? This account is called a necessities account. It's an account where everything goes, right? It's just all of your money needs to come out. You pay your rent out of this account. You pay things. It's your necessities account, right? So he has names for each account. So your money goes into necessities account, all right? The first step after that to doing the Millionaire Mind budget is to move at least 10% of that money into another account called a financial freedom account. Okay, so you move 10% of that money into a financial freedom account. All right, so that's the first step. So you get money into this financial, you get your money, comes into your main account, your necessities account. Then you create another account, all right? And he says you can use jars if you want. You don't have to use bank accounts, but if you have enough money to use bank accounts, use bank accounts. Now, some people ask, is a 401k a financial freedom account? Is an IRA a financial freedom account? Yes, it can count as a financial freedom account. So 10% of your money goes there first. Okay, so take out, so let's say you get paid $1,000 in a paycheck. Okay, so then you take 10% of 1,000, that's $100, all right? You take $100 out of that $1,000, transfer it to your financial freedom account. All right, and that might be a 401k or an IRA, or it might just be a financial freedom account. I put my money in a financial freedom account, right? And I actually don't do it when I get paid. I do it weekly, right? I actually do weekly transfers into my financial freedom account. Hi, Mohammed Ellen 13. Welcome to the show. I feel like weekly is easier sometimes because you can do a smaller amount weekly, and you're more likely to transfer. Thanks to heart. You're more likely to transfer regularly if you transfer your money weekly to your financial freedom. So I do it weekly, my husband does it weekly. Our joint accounts do weekly, and my business also transfers money weekly to our financial freedom account. I'm doing great, thank you. So the next step after putting money in your financial freedom account is to take money out and put it into other places, okay? So we have different other accounts. So the next account you can talk about is the long-term saving for spending account. So first you have your money in your necessities account. Hi, Bedencourt. Wow, you have a super fan on. Thanks for being a super fan. Really appreciate you. So you take your money, 10% goes in your financial freedom account. Thanks for the heart. So appreciate it. Tell me your name, where you're from. So you take 10% put in financial freedom account. Then you take 10% more out and you put it in an account for saving or spending. Okay, so this is called a long-term saving for spending account. Yes, you have another separate bank account for this account, right? Alexander, Sweden. Oh, wow, welcome from Sweden. It must be a very different time there. It's 6:30 I'm here. But is it nighttime there? Thanks for the hearts, I appreciate it. So you take 10% out, put in long-term savings for spending. Now, long-term saving for spending is an account where you save to buy something. And this is what most people have savings accounts for. They save money to buy something. Maybe they're saving to buy a house. They're saving to buy a motorcycle. They're saving for vacation. Whatever, okay? Most people know how to save this way. and they don't necessarily do a financial freedom account, right? So this is the next one. You put 10% into the long-term savings for spending account. So if you got paid $1,000 in your pay, you take $100 out, and then you put it in your long-term savings for spending account, or whatever you're saving to buy. Okay? And then the next step is you take 10% out and you put it in your education account. So what is an education account? An education account is an account you use for spending on educating yourself. It could be for college. It could be for whatever you have. Maybe you're in high school. It could be for buying books. Like I buy a lot of books. I buy audiobooks. I buy books. I recently read Elon Musk. Go ahead, rewind to the beginning. I've answered questions before. And you can find out for yourself. So I've read the book Elon Musk autobiography recently. I've read Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Recently I started reading I forgot the name of it. It's another book on money. Then there's so many books I'm constantly reading. So these books I'm buying through my education budget. So I have a budget for education where I can buy books, audiobooks, I can go to seminars, I can pay for coaching. Right? So it's important to have an education budget because our wealth is actually in how much we learn and invest in our own knowledge. Yeah? Yes, reading is great. Listening to audiobooks is good if you're not good at reading. Watching educational films, going to seminars, getting a coach, things like that. So take 10%, put in your education account, right? Thank you. So 10%. So you have $1,000 coming in, right? So 10% of $1,000 is $100. You would take $100, transfer it to your education account. The next thing you would do, okay, is you have a give account. Now, give account is for charitable giving. It's not for giving like birthday gifts or Christmas gifts to your family. Okay, that's kind of like obligation. That's like from your necessities. Give account is to give to the community, to give to charity. All right. So that account, churches, charity, exactly. You can give to your church, charity. This account, you also can put aside 10% or 5% depending on your budget. You put that in your give account. Okay. So you might put 5% or 10%. So if you put 10%, you would take $100, right? Because we got paid $1,000 in our example. You take $100 and you put it in your give account. Or, for example, you could take 5%, which would be $50, and then you would put it in your give account, depending on how your budget is and how much you want to put aside. Okay? Now the last section, last other account is called the play account. Hi person, try to welcome to the scope. The play account is very important. Now the play account is the account where you play. So what does that mean, play? Play means that you have money in this account and you use it to spend on things that make you feel rich. Okay, they make you feel rich. They make you happy. They make you feel like you have lots of money. You're playing with your money. This one actually, yeah, for travel. You can do it for travel. You can do it to go to the spa, get a massage, do your nails. You can use it to stay in a fancy hotel. So that's also 10%. And you don't have to put it in a separate account. You can actually carry it in cash. All right, so you can just cash out $100, put it in your wallet, and that's your play account money. Or you can have a separate account and call it your play account, whatever makes sense to you. But you can actually cash out the play money. Now the play money has some rules to it. So the first rule of the play money is you have to spend it on something that makes you feel rich. Okay, it has to make you feel wealthy. All right. Now the second rule of the play account is you cannot save the money longer than 3 months. Okay, so you have to play with it that instantly or that month. You can only hold it maximum 3 months, and then you have to use it to play. Why do we have to do that in this budget? It's because you're not just making money to make money. You're making money because you want to enjoy money, right? So this gets you in the habit of enjoying money regularly on a regular basis, feeling wealthy with your money. So you take it. Thanks for all the hearts, guys. So appreciate all the love. Hi, Richard, John, Butler, welcome to the show. So you're taking, hi, Vanessa King, hi, Justin, Vanessa. Thanks for being on Instagram. So you take this money, this play money, and you spend it on something that makes you feel rich. So let me give you an example for me. So when I started all these budgets, I was actually very bad at playing with my money. Okay, some people are really good at playing with their money. All right, they just spend, and that's why they're broke. But that wasn't me. Okay, I wasn't like that. I was the kind of person who spent all her money on education, like seminars, going on travel to meet like gurus and things. So that's where my money went, and I also went toward legal fees to fix up problems that I created in my life at the time. So my money was always going toward necessities, or it was going toward education. That's where I just spent tons of money on those things. I never spent money on myself for fun. All right, hardly ever. I don't know. I was just like, never did it. So to me, the hardest part for me was to spend the play money. So this is what happened to me when I first started this budget. The biggest amount of money that came to me was my tax refund. Right. So I had a tax refund come in, and then I put aside 10% of my tax refund. I ended up having $300 set aside as play money, and I didn't know what to do with it because I had never spent money on myself before. So I remember asking friends, what should I do with my play money? I have like $300 in play money. I have to spend it by this date, and it was coming up. Like I had like maybe a couple weeks left, and I had to spend the money. And I was like, what should I spend it on? I don't know what to do with it. People were like, mine was $600 pathetic when I didn't have my own business. So I didn't know what to spend my $300 on. I was like, I have this money I can spend on play money. What should I do? So finally, I decided to pay for a hotel room in the Royal Hawaiian Hotel. Royal Hawaiian Hotel in Waikiki is this pink hotel. It's this famous pink hotel. It's an older hotel, and it's a really beautiful older hotel. And I never stayed there. I always wanted to stay there. So and one night stay, Kama'aina means your local Hawaiian, is $300 a night, right? $333, and that's how much I had. So I booked one night in the Royal Hawaiian Hotel, and that's what I did. I stayed at the Royal Hawaiian Hotel for one night. So that's what I did with my play money the first time I had it. It took me 3 months to spend it, and I had to really think about it. And finally, I really did feel rich staying in that hotel. The hotel was very nice. It was very classy, and we walked around, and we were in the hot tub, we were in the pool, we went to the beach at night. It was very pretty hotel, very nice. So that was the first time that I actually spent my play money on something that made me feel really, really rich. And I was like, wow, this is actually pretty fun, right? So since then, I've gotten a lot better at spending play money. I spend it pretty quickly, actually, now. But in the beginning, it was hard for me to spend money on myself. So that's just an example, so you guys have an idea. So I'm going to summarize the steps again. The first step is the money comes into a necessity account, right? So you get paid, maybe you cash your check and all the cash is in your wallet, or maybe you get paid in a bank account or deposit. Money comes to you, you put it somewhere. That's your necessities account. You use that account to pay for your rent, gifts for your kids on their birthdays and Christmas, your food, your groceries, utility bills, gas, electricity. You use that account. It's called your necessities account. The money goes in there first. Second step, right, is you take 10% of that money and you pay yourself first by moving it into your financial freedom account. All right? The financial freedom account money is never spent. It's only used to invest in your future. All right? So invest into making money for you. Invest to make passive income, from which then you pay yourself your passive income. That's why when I tell everyone I make passive income every month, I make $514 a month passive income. It's coming from our financial freedom accounts. That's where the passive income comes from. We learn to invest our money and then create a return, and so every month we get paid. That's what's going on. So take 10% out. So in our example, we were using $1,000, right? So you have $1,000 coming into your necessities account. Take $100 put in your financial freedom account for investing for your future, for your financial freedom. Okay. Then the next step, number 3, is to take 10% out and put it in your long-term saving for spending account, where you're saving money to buy something for yourself, for your family, maybe it's a surfboard, Maybe it's a trip, a vacation, whatever. And then take another 10% out, step 4, and put it in your education account. Another $100 goes into the education account for books, for reading, for personal growth, for coaching, for schooling, things like that. Then you take another 10% out, or 5%, depending on your budget, put it in your give account. Your give account is for charitable giving, right? It's not for giving to your sister when they need money. It's not for giving to your kids for Christmas. It's for charity, all right? So you put 10%, or churches, 10% or 5% in there. So you take $100, put it in there, or $50, depending on your budget. And then the last one is the play account. Take 10% out and put it in your play account. So you cash out a check for $100, put it aside, or you can put it in a play account. You must spend that money within 3 months on something that makes you feel rich. So that is the Millionaire Mind budget. And when I first started this budget, I didn't have enough money to split my account that way. In fact, I didn't have enough money until very, very recently. December was probably the first time in my life that I had enough money to split among all those accounts equally the right way, because for the longest time I was paying down debt. As you guys know, I had a lot of debt. You can rewind, Jasmine, to the beginning. I answered the question. So I had a lot of debt in the beginning, right? We paid off like, I don't know, so much debt, right? So we paid off about $500,000 in debt or something like that in the last 5 years, yeah? So a lot of my money was going to debt payment, so I couldn't actually split up all my money into all these different categories. So what happens if you don't have enough money to split among all the categories, like me, right? When I started, like I said, when I started, I was very, very, my money was bad. Okay, I had not a lot of money to spend, and not a lot of money to budget. So it took me a while to get used to all this stuff. Hi, German Shepherd. Welcome to the Instagram Live. So what I did was I had jars. Okay, I had jars. And what you do is every day you split $1. And you might think that's kind of silly, but it works. And I'm proof that it works. So every day I took $1 and I split it. Okay? So I took $1 and I put 10 cents in my financial freedom account jar. That was the first place you put it, because you always pay yourself first. I took 10 cents and I put it in my long-term savings for spending jar. And I actually have jars that I use that I might bring out in a little bit maybe. And then I took 10 cents and I put it in my education jar. And I took 5 cents, I put it in my give jar. I put 10 cents in my play jar, and the rest of the money I put in my necessities jar. And that's what I did every day for a year. I think I did it for a year. So I split $1 a day. And the reason I did that is because it's not the amount of money that matters, it's the habit. It's the habit, okay? So it's not the amount of money that matters, it's the habit, okay? So you need to make a habit of taking your money and splitting it up among these accounts. Doesn't matter how much it is, the habit is important. And I am telling you this out of personal experience. Every time here is like chilling when it's supposed to be chilling. Not sure what you're talking about, but that's cool as hell. So that's the case for me, and that's the case I highly recommend for you. Is just try it. You know, what I did was I did it like a religion. I put money in all those jars until finally I didn't have to, and I could split it among real bank accounts. So now I actually have money. I split it among sections in my bank account. I keep ledgers of how much play money I have. I keep ledgers of how much charity money. I have a separate account for my give account. I have a ledger for my education account, and long-term savings for spending. I have a separate account for long-term savings for spending. And my long-term savings for spending account was actually to buy real estate. So I'm finally buying real estate. It only took like years and years and years, but I'm finally buying real estate 6 years after I decided that I would buy real estate with my long-term savings for spending account. Hi, V8 Fast 8, welcome to the show. Finally buying real estate. So really excited about that. You know, it took me 6 years, I think, to finally save enough money to buy real estate. So now I can save for something else. I'm always saving for real estate. I was like, one day I'll buy something someday. So it's very exciting to have the goals met, and my financial freedom account is also growing. Yeah, we make passive income. Like I said, we pay ourselves. So it's very satisfying to do this budget. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Now I started with I started with a lot of debt payments. I paid off all my debt. I didn't declare bankruptcy. I paid it all off. So spend a lot of money on interest and debt and all that in the beginning. If you don't have debt, you in the 5 years you could probably become a millionaire easily. But since I had so much debt, we had so much debt to pay off. You know, we're not millionaires yet, but we're already on our way. You know, like I said, our net worth has improved by $500,000 in 5 years, which is a lot, very substantial, yeah. And it keeps going up, keeps improving. So I highly recommend this budget. If you have any questions, you can always message me. I am on Periscope. I am on, I don't understand what you're saying. That is really good. Do not understand. So YouTube Live, just subscribe to the channel, message me. If you're on Facebook, definitely message me. Instagram, you can also message me. And check out the blog, yesfinanciallyfree.com, for a summary of today's broadcast. I usually write out what I talked about to make it easier for people if you're a bit more visually want to see a chart or something. So it's yesfinanciallyfree.com. And I will see you all again next week for another great episode. I hope you all become financially free as quickly as possible. Thank you for joining me today for the live broadcast. Aloha, and see you all again soon. Bye. Thank you for coming, and I will see you again next week for another great episode. Aloha. Bye.